What's going on today, guys? Welcome back to another edition of Walking Reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at a production knife, and not a production knife like the Rockstead from yesterday. This is a much more accessible knife. It is the Boker A2 Mini, and this is the production version of Andre Van Heerden and Andre Thorburns collaboration A2 front flipper. So, what do we have here? Obviously, like I said, it's a front flipper. There you can see your flipper tab. I did do a video on the differences in the front flippers. I do prefer the other version where the flipper tab is up here. This version, I mean, it's perfectly serviceable. I just prefer the other version. Okay, anyways, this is a 2.9 inch blade, 3.9 inch handle. The blade steel is VG10, and it's in that drop point / spear point type configuration. It is a titanium liner lock with anodized blue liners. The handle scales are made of G10, and they've been milled to have almost like a denim appearance. They're extremely grippy. Extremely grippy. They look nice though, so I'll give them that. The pocket clip is made of G10, and the back spacer is made of G10. And you can see they've done that like gear pattern on the back spacer. This does run on bearings. There are caged bearings that sit in a race in the handle. They're very they're not like giant caged bearings. They're very small. I've had this knife apart. So anyways, for about $100 you can try out Boker's version of the A2 collaboration front flipper. I can tell you that this isn't really on the same level as the Andre Thorburn flipper I had in a video not too long ago. It's the same principle to the opening action, but Boker, especially on a mass scale, you can see the smoothness, the way the blade kind of dropped closed on the other one. That's not really, you're not going to get that with this, which is fine. I mean, I think this goes for about $100 versus, you know, anywhere from $600 to $800 for the Thorburn. So if you really want to try this type of front flipper and you don't want to fork out, you know, quite a bit of money for the custom, this is something that you can get your hands on easily. They put the A2 designation on there, you know, telling you that it's the Van Heerden Thorburn collaboration. The blade steel there, VG10. You can see there it's by Boker. This does have a really nice edge on it. I will give them that. This can shave hair pretty easily, and that's not always the case with production knives. The fit and finish is decent. The centering is not quite perfect, but it's not rubbing or anything. It doesn't affect the action. Like I said, the G10 of the handle scales is really grippy, so that's a good thing. And it's not really that big of a pain getting it in and out of the pocket. At least it hasn't been for me. They have paid attention to some details here. You can see the milling in the pocket clip to kind of give it that stylish whatever. You can open it with your thumb, you know, you can open it with your finger like that. the ergonomics, I will say, are fantastic. Especially, I mean, on this Mini. I didn't want to try the larger version just because I've heard it's really thick. This one isn't that bad. But the like I said, the ergonomics are fantastic. The way they design that handle, just really tremendous. Double finger choils. It flares at the bottom. The jimping is really serviceable. So if you want a knife to you know, put through its paces to use and abuse, and you want it to have some fun action with the front flipper, this is definitely not a bad choice. You know, for the money, for $100 nowadays, yeah, you can get a lot better than VG10 steel. I just did a video on the Kaiser the other day, the flipper that also had VG10, and that was $68. So you can get better materials for $100 for sure. But there really aren't any other companies doing production front flippers, unfortunately. I think it's a shame. I think it's a really interesting and really useful opening method, and more people, I think, would get a kick out of it if they got a chance to try it. So kudos to Boker. And this isn't their only front flipper. They also did the Excalibur, which is based on the Trevor Berger designed front flipper, the one that I actually prefer. Unfortunately, that version isn't quite the same. That the front flipper tab on that is a little bit smaller than Trevor Berger does, so I gave that a pass. But this one is pretty decent. They even gave it kind of like a faux, you know, pivot collar with the G10. A little bit of milling there. Anyways, I just wanted to give you guys a look at this knife. Overall, it's decent. It's not the best production I've ever handled. It's not the worst. If you do want to try out this opening method and you don't want to pay a lot of money for a custom, this is definitely a way to get into that. All right. Okay, guys, take it easy. I will, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mention the weight. This is 2.3 ounces, so really lightweight. Really lightweight. Okay? All right, guys, take it easy. I'll see you on the next one.